Biltong, my favourite. So much better than jerky. Why? Because it's not as tough and not as dry. It's just better. Let's start with this one. I like this one. This is my favourite. I've never had these ones before, so we'll see if these can knock this one off the favourite. Ingredients: beef, sugar, salt, apple cider vinegar, spices, chili, vegetable powder and yeast extract. Serving size 1. That is true because we will eat the whole packet when we open it. Oh, that is a squeaky opening.
What's inside the packet? It's, yeah. Let's have a look on a plate. Oh, yummy. Plastic.
Smells good.
Smells beefy and spicy.
Yeah, it smells like chili beef. But you can see, like, it looks very moist compared to a jerky.
So, biltong is basically South African jerky, but it's always got vinegar in it as a base product. So the flavour and texture profile is slightly different to jerky. Jerky tends to be a bit drier, tends to be air dry.
Ooh. A little bit tough to bite into, but nowhere near as much as jerky. So good though, tastes so good. And then the longer you have it in your mouth, and your saliva makes it all wet, and then more flavour comes out.
I see what you were saying last week in the Mr. Squid episode about the squid having a bit of a biltong texture to it in your mouth. I'm getting that now. You eat way more biltong than me.
I haven't had this in a little while.
The last time Linda had this, I think she ate 3 packets in 3 days.
It's my favourite, it's so good.
And it was this one.
This one sounds really good though. If it looks like the packet, it will look a little bit different. Chili flavour: African bird's eye and habanero chilies create a subtle tingle in this biltong, making it a firm favourite with beer lovers. I'm not a beer lover, are you?
Nope.
The heat does not dominate, but slowly develops into an addictive bite that brings you back for more. After a wee sip of beer, of course. That's going to be a problem. Maybe I'll have a sip of water. Danger: big taste. Canterbury biltong's huge flavour is achieved through using prime export grade beef, slow roasting our fresh spices and finely curing the beef strips. Then a slow, gentle dry and quality packaging locks in that big taste. It's a taste you will want to enjoy again and again. Let's see, rip here to get the goodness. Okay. Oh, that's a nice open, feels better.
They don't give you resealable packets for these two, so they expect you to just have it all in one go.
Well, who can stop once you start eating these, eh?
Get that out on a plate.
Yes, sir.
This
Oh
one,
my gosh.
This one looks a bit darker and
That
dry.
is not what I was expecting. I thought it would look like the package. That doesn't look like the package.
That actually looks more like this one.
Yeah, this looks like red and like thinner.
No, it's a way thinner sliced.
Yeah, it's like shaved.
Yeah.
Whereas that is not shaved.
This is chunks.
What? Bit of false advertising.
Those New Zealanders. Oh well, it better be
Does it
good.
smell the same?
So this is Australian jerky, the first one. And then the second one is New Zealand-based jerky. Oh, I keep saying jerky, it's biltong. Sorry.
Well, this
Then
one
the
smells
sniffing-
different.
Sniffing packet.
This smells different.
The chili is different. It's got bird's eye chili in the window.
Smells like a bit sweeter or something. I don't know. This one smells saltier.
The first one is beef, sugar, salt, apple cider vinegar, spices, 0.5% chili, vegetable powder, yeast extract.
It's very similar in the listing for the ingredients.
But the
Anyway.
types of like vinegar can be like apple cider vinegar and stuff like that as well. So.
Yeah, this one just says vinegar.
Tougher?
Drier.
It looked a bit drier.
Yeah, definitely drier. Bit tougher. This is like halfway in between that biltong and like a jerky. It's definitely more chewy. And dry. Maybe that's why they're like, oh, you need a beer.
Yeah. More a savoury flavour as well.
It's not very spicy. I can't really taste the spice. I thought it would be more spicy based on what it said. New Zealand disappointing me. I'm sure this one is...
It's actually way harder to eat as well, like it's way chewier.
Yeah.
Oh.
Local legends taste so much
In the
better.
piece I just had, I'm getting chilli in the back end of my throat now. After I finished one piece, the chilli coats the throat. So it's not a mouthfeel chilli, it's a throat burning chilli.
Well, did say it's something about being subtle. I see it says heat does not dominate but slowly develops. I don't know, I didn't get that. I went back to the local legends and that straight away is like a chili.
I've had 2 pieces of the Canterbury biltong now, and my tongue and my mouth don't really feel spicy, but my throat feels a bit spicy now. It's nice though. The more you eat, the nicer it gets. But the initial textural impressions aren't as good. Linda doesn't seem to be enjoying it as much as her favourite.
No, definitely not. Oh, okay, in this piece, yes. There's a bit more chili
So
than
the
the other
chili
piece.
varies in each piece as well. I guess if they marinate the outside of it and then they slice it up a bit, the chili may be different in different parts.
I probably still prefer it to a full-on jerky, but no, it's good, way more chewy.
Yeah, but then it lasts longer as well.
I know, it's a little bit of a catch-22. More chewy, lasts longer.
So some people prefer the chewier sort of things. I feel like the second one's more legit though. Like,
What?
I'm no jerky expert or biltong expert or anything like that, but if I got a South African biltong on a plate, I'd be expecting more this sort of style than this sort of style, I think.
You know, I've actually had a real one before.
You've never had a real
No,
fresh one?
I have,
You have.
but it was a long time ago, so I can't really remember what it tastes like.
That's helpful.
I know, but it was very nice.
Okay.
But I don't remember it being super chewy though, so I reckon if I was to guess, I'd say it was more like the one that I actually like. Anyway, Barbell, let's see where you fall in.
Now this is a health food apparently, because it's in the health food section. So this is for like gym bros. Obviously it's got the name Barbell, so it's for bodybuilders.
They've got a cute little diagram and an explanation on how they make it. Scroll to the end and we'll put a close-up of it so you can have a look. That's cute. 2.8 serves per package. Well, you can't really reseal it. That ain't happening. I'm just gonna eat it. Ingredients: grass-fed and finished Australian beef, white gluten-free vinegar, sea salt, chili, coriander seeds, black pepper, cloves, cayenne pepper. Ooh, I expect this one to be very spicy smelling. Gluten, soy and dairy free, spices sourced from a facility that also processes seeds. That's a nice open too.
Oh, this one looks different again. Looks more moist in the packet.
Oh my gosh, that was not what I was expecting.
This looks more thinly sliced. It looks more moist as well.
That looks way more moist. Oh my gosh.
It looks like sugary moist in a way, like that molasses type of thing going on.
It actually smells more vinegary.
Yeah.
Maybe that's the vinegar making it look wet. Air dried steak. Oh yes, that really smells a lot of vinegar now.
On camera, there's a massive difference between those 3 biltongs.
They look different, they don't look the same.
It actually almost looks like dried fruit, the last one.
It's so much easier to pull apart. Way thinner.
This one looks like it'll melt in the mouth as well. This is premium quality Australian beef. Melt in the mouth, goodness. Oh, weird mouthfeel there.
That's weird.
Got like a burnt flavour to it in a way.
I don't know if this classifies as... It's not really a biltong. It's kind of like a jerky that someone's just rubbed heaps of oil on it.
Linda keeps pointing in that direction because I put 2 packets of jerky here just for comparison reasons. We're not going to eat these right now, but we know there's jerkies, so this is biltong.
We have done a Harvey beef jerky video,
it.
so if you haven't seen it, we'll put a link below in the description.
This one is like something you left on the barbecue for way too long. Like, it tastes like a real marinated beef, but then you've like overcooked it on the barbecue. It's real weird.
It is so not
It's
a
not.
biltong.
It's not enjoyable to
No.
eat at all. Like, the flavour is not enjoyable.
That is a really weird flavour. It leaves a weird coating on your mouth.
Are you getting burnt flavours from it?
I don't know why. I feel like it's mostly oily to me.
It's not. I don't know.
And then I still have that really strong smell of vinegar up my nose from still sniffing the packet.
I don't understand what's going on with this one.
It's really weird. I don't know. Look at that. That's a really red piece. That was probably more like what I would expect this one to look like. I don't like that at all.
It doesn't have a nice initial flavour in your mouth either. Like, if you chew it 5 times, the flavours that come out of it are just wrong.
It's like vinegar and oily. Yuck.
It's not like a beefy flavour either.
No. Vinegar and spices. All those ground up spice things. And it's like got heaps of fat in it or something. That must be like the fat.
I actually quite enjoy the texture.
Ooh.
Like, out of the 3, it's almost the easiest one to chew and eat. But it's just, when you're chewing on it, it's a horrible flavour. Like,
Gross.
I'm not that fussy when it comes to eating jerky. I've eaten all types of jerky before. I've eaten crocodile jerky, I've eaten, you know, like chicken jerky, and there's pork jerky, I don't care. Like, any dried meat is good. But just this doesn't taste like meat.
I think it's really like, it's got heaps of like marble in it, like heaps of fat.
But
That's why
usually-
it's so like oily and gross.
Why don't you poke at it a bit more and touch
That's
it?
what it's like. It's like when you know what it reminds me of? It's when I fry lamb chops.
Oh yeah.
And you know, like lamb chops, when the fat bits are like hot, they're really nice and melty. And then when they go a bit cold, they go like this. It's gross.
But I would prefer a lamb chop right now to this.
Yes, it's nothing like that. But it's just like fat that's gone cold and gross.
Okay, so we need a lamb jerky. I've never had a lamb jerky before. That's what I'm really feeling right now.
Do they do that? I
No.
don't even know if they
Now
do.
that you've mentioned it though, I want it. I love lamb.
Oh, make it then.
Australians love lamb.
Anyway, this one is the worst.
If you want us to start the lamb jerky company, you
Boom.
comment below.
If you want Tom to start the lamb company, I ain't doing that. I'll eat it. I'll be the taste tester.
Okay, so this one, yeah, no.
Boo. Boo. Will I want you to buy this again? Never
No,
again.
I'm not buying that
Never, ever.
Never.
Don't waste your
Not
money.
for $12 full price.
No. If
on
I was
special.
going to buy a biltong, I would just stick with this one. This is my favourite still.
We know there's no real traditional South African biltong here. If people like this episode and they comment below, we'll go find some made in South Africa jerky.
Please
Well,
comment
or
below.
biltong,
I'd love
sorry.
to try some more.
I keep saying
biltong.
jerky, but it's kind of this
Biltong.
similar sort of thing.
Alright, so in terms of ratings, this
God.
1 out of 10.
Yeah, disappointing.
1. This one wasn't too bad, but I just prefer this one.
You know, now that I've eaten a bit of this,
What's growing on you?
well, I feel like I'm not feeling sick or anything like that. Like, you know, there's some things that don't taste that great and then you eat it and then you're like, I'm not eating anymore. But I reckon I could eat more of it. So maybe a 2 or a 3. But still,
But you would never buy it again.
I'd never buy it again.
No, not worth it.
If you told me this was some like Impossible Foods tofu jerky or like mushroom jerky or something like that, I would believe you. But if you didn't give it to me in a packet and you said it's a premium Australian beef biltong, I would think you're lying.
I still quite like this one.
The New Zealand one,
It's alright if this one's not available, but Yeah, it's no local legend.
Alright, so
I will give this one a 7.
7.
And then this one,
Your favourite?
my favourite of all time, gets an 11, right?
Probably because you eat it so much. Now, these are the sort of thing you find in a normal Australian Coles or Woolworths supermarket. So most people tend to buy these beef jerkies. This is made in New Zealand beef jerky. So if you go into any Coles or Woolworths, you'll see this sort of thing. So it's very accessible. Linda always will pick that up on special.
Never pay full price.
I feel like you need a drink
Okay.
of that. When they say you need a beer, you definitely need some extra moisture if you eat a
Yeah,
fair
it's a
bit of
bit
this.
dry.
It does, it's a dry thing. But it doesn't dry out your mouth, but it's
It's
a
very good
dry.
with a soft drink.
I have some soft drink.
Mm.
We can do that next.
Mhm.
Alright.
We'll save a bit with our soft drink.
I do like New Zealand. I've been to New Zealand twice, but I've never had this before. I will go a 6.
And this one?
Local legends, 7.5.
What? Huh?
I don't know, I'm not the biggest jerky or biltong person.
Okay, fine, whatever. We'll be back with some soft drink.
There we go. Yeah.